Hey folks, thanks for watching my channel today. Today I want to talk about a buzzbait, and I really want to pose this question: what makes a buzzbait so effective? You know, there's something about a buzzbait that doesn't just catch fish; it just pisses them off. I've thrown just about everything in a bass tournament in a bass fisherman's tackle box over the last 50 years. During guide trips, tournaments, just fun fishing. And when I need to make a bass react instead of think, I reach for a buzzbait. Here's why. It creates chaos on the surface. The buzzbait doesn't glide. It doesn't slither. It's not a finesse bait. It clatters. And the more it clatters, the better. Often, the faster you retrieve it, the more noise it's going to make. Don't think for a moment you can outrun a bass. They're 10 times faster than you can move that buzzbait, and they'll catch it if they want it. That blade churns water, it spits, it squeals, throws a bubble trail behind it. It sounds like something up there is in trouble, and bass are wired to investigate the sound. Predators just don't ignore commotion. One thing I've learned about bass is they may appear to run away from a sound or a bait when it hits the water, but they'll turn around and come back and try to see what caused that commotion. The same with a bait that's popping or churning, chugging, gurgling. You know, bass are inquisitive creatures. And again, they may spook immediately, but they'll simply turn around and come back. I've seen them do it a million times. When they do, they'll often attack. They don't like things to disrupt, the surface. Nice thing about a buzzbait is it triggers a reaction. And not like a worm. A worm or a jig, a bass can look at it and kind of study it. You might let it sit for a few minutes while they look it over. They might even come up and attempt to taste it, but not so with a buzzbait. With a buzzbait, it's either take it or lose it, and they will take it. Think about it like this. What happens when you step on a dog's tail? Chances are very good that he'll reach around and he'll bite your leg. And he's not biting you because he's mean or hungry. It's just a reaction. He can't control it any more than that bass can control reacting to that buzzbait. And that's what happens quite often. They react. It forces a decision. In shallow water, especially early morning, late evening, or on overcast days, bass don't have time to analyze. They hear it, they feel it, they explode on it. And that explosion, it's not about hunger. It's just instinct. The other thing about a buzzbait that I really like is it covers water fast. When I fished tournaments, time mattered. When I scouted an area prior to taking out a guide trip, time mattered. And a buzzbait will find you fish. It'll find you fish in the grass edges, on the laydowns, on the dock lines, shallow flats, and bank stretches, and just sheer open water. And you can do it quickly. If they're there, they'll tell you in a hurry. If they're not, at least you're not wasting half your time all morning trying to find out. The nice thing about a buzzbait, it does come through, pretty heavy vegetation. The upturned hook and the single wire arm make it surprisingly weedless. You can run it across submerged grass, you can bump it off wood, and you can skirt it past dock posts. And because it stays on the surface, you're not constantly getting hung up. What you're doing is you're fishing aggressively and clean. But it does draw big fish. And something that I've learned after decades in the water, small bass will eat anything. I mean anything. A big bass, they don't move unless it's worth it. Buzzbait looks like a meal that's vulnerable and loud. It announces itself. And big fish, especially territorial ones in shallow water, they'll come up and punish it. Some of the most violent strikes I've ever had came on a buzzbait. It's not subtle, and neither are the fish that eat it. But it will build confidence. There's something about hearing that blade turning that keeps you focused. You're engaged every second. You're expecting an explosion on every cast. And confidence, especially at our age, we've seen every fad lure that came and went, matters more than the lure itself. I've thrown some fancy top waters, walkers, poppers, frogs, but with a buzzbait, it's different. It's simple, it's loud, it's aggressive, and when the conditions are right, it doesn't just catch bass, it forces them to make a mistake. And after all these years, I've learned something important. Something sometimes the best way to catch a thinking bass is to make him stop thinking. If you haven't used a buzzbait before, I suggest you give it a try. An incredible bait. Thanks for watching.